Welcome to the Elliott Confidential podcast. I'm Christopher Elliott here with Aiden Elliott and Aaron Elliott.
Hey, yo, how's it going?
Good.
I'm Aiden, not Aaron. I know he just said Aaron. Aaron, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
Wow, incredible.
In this podcast, we are going to do something that we should have done at the very beginning of the podcast, which is to introduce you boys. We're also going to talk about Cappadocia, which we promised that we would talk about in our last podcast. We are actually in Bodrum today. We'll chat about that a little bit. We've got a little bit on the rugs that people come here to Turkey to get. And then also we'll talk about our hotels and a cooking class that we just did this afternoon, which was really interesting.
Yeah. Video coming on that.
We have a video on that. Yes, absolutely. So Tom, who is one of my longtime readers and a good friend of the organization, asked me, he said, I just don't know anything about the boys. Could you just get them to introduce themselves? And I thought, wow, we should have done that the very first podcast. So let's start with Aaron. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, so hi, I'm Aaron. I'm 19, and I just got my degree in computer science, and I'm going into a linguistics master's. So that's what I'm doing. For the media group sort of deal, I work on photography. I'm yours truly who edits the podcast. And I do a whole bunch of other things, management, sort of setting the direction in terms of our media output.
And what a great job you do as well.
I suppose.
Yes, you did a good job. And Aiden. And I should say that both of you guys are graduates of the University of Arizona, proud Wildcats.
Yes.
So with that, Aiden, can you talk a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden. I'm 17 years old. I'm the world's best son. Photographer extraordinaire. If you see any good photos, like very high resolution, very good quality, crisp photos on my dad's Instagram page, it's probably coming from me, because past that, it's all on his phone. And you can never really trust the cameras on the phone.
My eyes are rolling.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I also video, direct, and edit all of the videos that are right now going up on my dad's YouTube channel. I kind of just use him as a front to promote myself. So that's why I talk so much behind the camera, and that's why there's so many cutaways to me, because I'm a special child.
And because you edit the videos,
yeah,
too.
because I edit the videos, so I get to say on the final cut. Oh, man, I love that. I'm also just graduated from the University of Arizona in December, just like Aaron. And unlike Aaron, I am right now in graduate school because Aaron got, kind of cut short on a technicality, so now he has to wait a whole other semester. So I'm starting right now at University of Florida, online, Gainesville. Go Gators! We're all from Florida originally. Aaron, you grew up in Orlando. I grew up in Orlando.
Not Dad.
Not Dad, though.
I spent a lot of time there, though.
I'm getting a degree in mass communications. That is it. That went on too long.
That's okay. That's all right. We promised in our last podcast that we would talk about Cappadocia, which is an amazing part of Turkey. Beautiful volcanic rock formations and underground cities and these churches carved into caves. And, let's see. Aaron, what did you think of Cappadocia?
Cappadocia is really amazing. I knew nothing about Cappadocia before I came there, but it turns out that Cappadocia used to be one of the birthplaces of Christianity, one of the places where it really thrived. So a lot of repressed Christians at around the turn, would you say the turn of the...
turn of the century?
Right, at the beginning of, the Christian era, they fled.
And anyway, they all fled to Cappadocia, and they hid in caves. They literally carved churches out of the volcanic rocks. They painted things. And this was a sort of cosmopolitan place back in the day. It wasn't right now it's just Turkey. But back then, it was everyone from everywhere. So long as they were Christian, they got along. And it's a fascinating story. They have a lot of things, and the overall theme is basically everything's underground, except the hot air balloons.
Those are not underground for sure. Yeah, I was really fascinated. I mean, I grew up in a fairly religious home, and we talked a lot about the birth of Christianity. And it's just so amazing to see that this is actually where a lot of Christians went when things got a little hot during the Roman era. And they all came here and they carved these amazing churches into the rock, and you can still see those today.
Yeah.
So there are pilgrims that come there and just to see what happened. Underground City, we did that, and I had an episode in the Underground City. I think I should probably talk about
an episode. That makes it sound like you completely lost it. You were just
didn't
like
look.
screaming at people. You were cooing like a pigeon.
I was
what
not.
the heck?
I did not have.
Hey,
no,
wait,
no,
give
no.
me a second. If you want to learn more about how my father reacted to the Underground City, make sure to check out his latest video on Christopher Elliott YouTube channel. And below that, you might see a link to Idealiopolis YouTube channel. Might want to click on that. Might want to click subscribe.
But you know what, though?
You know?
I'm going to post a link to that video online.
Yeah,
so
and a link to my channel, too.
Okay, yes.
Thank you.
I will post a link to your
Great
channel.
videos.
Yes.
You're going to love it.
I don't know. Okay, it's an acquired taste. Anyway, so I was down in the Underground City.
Wait, acquired taste? Excuse me? You said that under your breath. You didn't want me to hear that. Wait, and let me continue on with this, okay? He had a semi-panic attack.
Wait, no, I get to tell a story.
Wait,
It's my story to tell.
It's his story.
It's my story to tell.
Fine.
The Underground City is an actual underground city. It is about, 5-6 levels that go underground. And it's back then in the day, they were small people. So the caves are, the little tunnels are pretty narrow.
Legal dwarfs.
Yeah, close to that.
Like some of those entranceways were less than 4'10"? 4'10"? Legal
They
dwarf.
were very, very small. And so, anyway, we were in there, and it started to get very crowded. So you had people in front of me, and you had people behind me, and then the people in front of me suddenly stopped. So we were stuck in this narrow tube, and I began to get very, very uncomfortable. So as soon as I could, I headed back to the surface, and I told you guys, I am not doing this. This is not happening.
Oh, but that's where the fun started. Because then I convinced you to go back down. What did we say that there was there? We said that there was a Bengal cat. That's your favorite type of cat. That's
My
your favorite
cat,
breed of
yes.
cat.
Malika.
A Lucid, your dream car. A Hasselblad,
Yes.
your dream camera. But we went down one more level. I'm like, oh, finally, you're here, Dad. We can finally start filming. And look, I won't ask you to go any farther down. We just got to film here and we can go straight up to the surface. And then our guide comes up to me and says, it's a loop.
Right, you can't get back up.
You can't
so you
get
have
back
to keep
up.
going. Yeah.
You gotta
Surprise!
go to the bottom floor and then you can go back up.
Yeah, I did not like that.
No, you didn't.
I mean, the fact that it was a loop, which our guide, who was a really good guide, by the way, just could not control the fact that it was a loop. It was a loop.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do,
I saw
right?
your soul leave your body
Yeah,
when you said that.
I did feel a little bit like that. Anyway, so we also did a few other things. I mean, we did not go hot air ballooning, but we did a lot of other very interesting things. Underground City. Then we explored some of the above ground caves, which were fascinating. And then we.
How do you have an above ground cave? You mean like
Above
the
ground. Well, it
Helms?
is above ground. Okay, yeah, that's. This is above ground rock formations that were like, and then they dug caves. They kind of dug, like
They carved out churches
domiciles
and homes.
yeah,
rock homes.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, then we got down to Bodrum, which is on the Aegean. That's where we are right now. And one of the first things that we did, we checked into a really nice hotel called Susona, which in Turkish means
Mermaid.
mermaid, right? And it's one of Hilton's LXR hotels. It's pretty new and right along the ocean, and it's just a really kind of cool. It's not quite open here. I mean, I think we're the only guests here, but we have experienced a lot of very interesting things here.
Yeah, they got good food. Why is that?
They got good food. Well, okay, let's just talk about the cooking
Because
class.
you made it.
We did. We did. We took one of their cooking classes,
Good
and we
food.
made salad and pizza. And I discovered something, which is that they do add quite a bit of olive oil to their food here.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the best pizza I had was the one that you made.
Ah, thank you.
No
True
problem.
that. It was the best pizza I made. Dad made. Yeah.
You didn't make it.
They
I
had,
didn't
well,
make it.
well,
You just
some of
watched.
the toppings that they had this onion that's been grilled. I don't know how they make
Caramelized
that.
onions.
They put sugar in those, but
And
it's so good.
I don't want to know how they make it, but it is really, really
They
good.
put lard in it and stick of butter just like hardtack grill.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
No.
No. Well, if it was that way, I would definitely feel it.
This is the Elliott Confidential podcast. I'm Christopher Elliott with Aaron Elliott and Aiden Elliott. Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
what speaking of feeling the food that you eat, when we went to that one place in the city center of Bodrum, where like all of the what's the word? It's not eclectic. Where all of the affluent people go to.
Oh, right,
I
where the
asked
yachts are
I
and
know. I
everything,
asked for
yeah.
a pizza. I said I want a pizza with just roasted garlic on it at this random pizza place in the city center.
Not a random pizza place. We should share photos because it was, I forget the name.
It was a random pizza place with
It
very
had
interesting sculptures.
Very good art
Yes.
in there,
It had
including I'll post a photo of the
VW.
that is turned into a
Oh,
ball.
yeah. Oh, man.
That was. But the pizza, the crust that they did was very, very good.
The crust was good, but I asked for a pizza with roasted garlic, and they give you pizza with roasted garlic
And nothing else.
and nothing else.
That is
no
all they
sauce.
gave you.
And so I ate the pizza, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they just slathered this in oil with roasted garlic. Every time I took a bite, I could feel my heart inflamed. It felt like it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it wasn't beating, and I think I passed out.
No, you did not pass out.
They gave me a
It
quadruple bypass?
No, you did not. They had a fair amount of olive oil on it, but it was pretty healthy. What you wanted, and the reason that you're not happy is that you didn't get the tomato sauce that
Yes.
you expected on it. And but we ate that whole pizza.
I know.
Because they then gave us this delicious hummus to go
The
with
hummus
it.
went with
Hummus
well
and
with it.
pizza is the best combination.
Yes.
Aiden was not convinced. A couple of years ago, you would say, Aaron, that's gross. Now, it's 110% the most legit thing.
Okay, it's good, but I'll tell you what, the only reason I did is because it was better than no tomato sauce. That would have been a fire pizza with tomato sauce. I feel like I've been robbed of this experience because those pizzas were so good.
Hey, I give you my pizza.
We had
you had
They were good. That was good, but it would have been better if it was just garlic and tomato sauce. That would have been an amazing pizza.
We had an opportunity to drive into the mountains here near Bodrum to a place called Etrim, where they do rugs. They do authentic Turkish carpets.
Yep.
What were your impressions, Aaron?
Honestly, I had no idea how much work went into a rug. If you're doing it by hand, it will take you all day. And this is just for like wool on wool rug, right? It will take you all day, every day, for up to, I think the most was for a wool on wool was like 2 months. But if you're going to do silk, it could be up to 8 months.
Oh, yeah.
So this is insane amount of work. And so when you come to a place like Etrim and you buy a carpet for like $200, $800, you're getting an amazing deal. You're getting someone's basically life work. 2 months of their life went into that carpet.
Some people also spend up to a year working on their carpets.
They should
their
charge
rugs.
more. They should charge more.
Yeah. I think if we had a house, I would have probably gotten a carpet.
Yeah.
There were some really, I liked the prayer rugs that they had there. They were really beautiful. And there are some other ones there that had some very interesting historical designs. Did you have a favorite, Aiden?
Oh, okay. You remember the one with all the trees and fruits on it?
Yeah, I do.
I have a picture of it.
Yeah, we should
I
post that.
I took
one.
pictures of all of the carpets
Yeah.
that they showed us. I should send those over to you because
Yeah,
of course
well,
I take the best
we can
pictures.
definitely
So.
post those.
Yeah. But the silk ones, those ones were, I think, the best to feel with your fingers. As for most comfortable, there was another one that was just very, very soft, and they said it was for your knees while you're praying. But
You got the prayer rug.
which one was that?
That was a prayer rug. That was the one that I liked.
I know, but what was it made out of? Was it?
Oh, that's the same. It's the same material.
Was it silk?
No, it was not.
No,
silk.
yeah, that's what I did.
The
That's a lot of silk.
The
I was
silk
gonna say.
ones, those are for putting on the wall. You don't
Yeah.
really step on those. Those are just. And we also saw how they make the silk from the silkworms,
Yeah.
the little larvae,
It feels nice, though.
cocoons rather. That
Feels
they,
nice to your fingers.
Yes, pretty interesting. We're learning so much about Turkey while we're here. We met a guy named Murat who runs a tour operator called Travel Atelier, and he was telling us about just the whole adventure scene. I've got a story this morning in Forbes about how people are looking for adventure. And he had some just really interesting observations, I thought, about how people are looking for something that's out of the ordinary, and they're coming to places like Turkey because it is definitely, and this layer upon layer of civilization here that you don't even expect, and you start digging, and then you find one layer, and then you keep digging, and then you find something else, and then it's the Hittites, and then it's the Romans, and it's someone else. I mean, there was just so much history here. If you're a historian, this is definitely the place to be.
Yep, totally. I mean, this place has so much history. It has a glut of it. And most of us aren't even aware of all the history that's here. I think that's one takeaway that we should all see, is that basically there are places in Turkey that have so much history that you've never heard of. And they have a story, but you've never heard it.
That's why
Yeah,
they call
they
it the
don't
Byzantine Empire,
Right.
because it was so complex.
Yeah.
That nobody even knows exactly what went on there because it was so complex.
I think that there are people here who don't even fully understand. I mean, it's like being American and not knowing about Native Americans or ancient history, where we think that American history started 200 years ago or 250 years ago.
350 years ago.
Well, yeah, right. So I'm not a historian,
Oh my
obviously.
goodness. Oh, what did the U.S. public teachings, whatever education system teach you?
The education system.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
for education.
We have come to the part of our podcast where we read your comments and respond to them.
Oh, no.
What did we do this time?
What did we do last time?
No, I think these comments are actually really good.
Okay.
Beverly says, regarding food, our last podcast was about a lot of food. We had great food on Turkish Air. One of my fondest memories of Istanbul is the figs stuffed with dark chocolate that the hotel left on the pillow every night. Pure heaven. Okay, I'm going to have to hand it over to Aaron to respond because he is the fig guy. You love figs, right?
Oh, yeah. I just got back from eating 6 dried figs. And I have to say, in the United States, all the best figs come from Turkey.
From Turkey, I know.
Yeah, you go to Costco and you get those Smyrna figs. They're amazing.
They are
And
amazing.
it's like, every single one has a different flavor. I digress. But look, I can totally understand. Yes, but I've never tried these figs with chocolate
Yeah, I
inside
know.
of them.
I've never either.
I've never seen that
Wow.
even. I think that, that's something that we've really got to try.
Before
seek
we
this
leave,
stuff out.
chocolate figs.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Dates. We've had dates with chocolate.
Oh, no. Dates with
Mirzam chocolates in Dubai.
Mirzam chocolate. Yeah, that's
Oh,
good
that was
stuff.
so good.
But the best stuff is you get the dates and it's actually covered in chocolate, dark chocolate specifically. Because if it's, just 70% dark chocolate, it's not dark enough. 100% dark chocolate.
Oh, yes.
And
The purest.
surrounded by a date. And it's amazing, If it's the right date, it's great.
Oh, my goodness.
You've not tried good dates until you have either been to California or you have been to the Middle East and tried like Jordanian dates, like any
Oh, the Jordanian
variety
dates are
of date here.
My favorite.
Like
easily.
the
extra large.
Middle East
Yes.
and California, they have the best dates.
Yes.
Don't go for anything except for Majul dates, okay?
Yes, the Majuls are very good.
Majuls are the
Do
best.
you want to say something?
I don't know about the listener, but I'm just watching you guys go on and on about dates. I don't even like dates.
Well,
You guys are like
but you've
date
had-
nerds.
Okay, wait. You have had. We were staying at Jumeirah earlier this year, and they had this box of dates that they gave us.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you did not like any of those?
I didn't eat any of them.
Oh, you should have tried them. They were really good.
I don't like
They were so
All right,
good.
Annie.
Wait. You know what? The date smoothie in Palm
Oh,
Springs.
well, there you go.
That was
okay.
good.
So there you are.
Yeah, but I don't like understand the science of dates. A date is a date.
We're not scientists. And
There are
we,
good dates
like
and there are bad dates.
Dates too. Annie has a comment. She says, "I was born in Istanbul, one of the most beautiful and exciting cities in the world." We definitely agree with that. I lived there until my family and I immigrated to the U.S. in the 70s. My American-born husband fell in love with Turkish food and the people the first time we visited Turkey together, and he has not recovered since. I wished I had known you were going in order to recommend a restaurant that's been there for ages, has the most amazing food, incredible service, and ambiance. And Annie, there's still time.
Recovered? What, did they spank him?
No, he hasn't recovered. He still is in love with Istanbul.
That's like
There's-
saying I was diagnosed with being smart.
I think it's just a figure of
Oh, okay.
speech. Anyway, yes, Istanbul. we didn't spend enough time there. I think that we could have easily spent much more time there just
yeah.
discovering it, because they have very good food. We had excellent food there. And the people are very friendly. Even though one of our guides told us, hey, the people in Istanbul, it's the city, you know, some people are just very abrupt. But we found them to all be extremely friendly.
Yeah. When I was walking around, I would see a cat on every corner.
Yes.
And, you know, there could be no people, and I could just be there with the cats, and that would be all I need.
Since this is the Elliot Confidential podcast, we have to tell a couple of secrets about our trip and maybe give some special insights for our listeners. I'm going to tell you something that I learned. This is a secret that not a lot of people know. It's called the yellow summer. And the yellow summer is the first 2 weeks in September, when the trees kind of start going yellow and all the tourists have left. So what we found from talking to people here was, don't come during the middle of the summer because it's very hot and very crowded. Wait until yellow summer, which is the first 2 weeks of September. The crowds are not here, the prices are lower, and the weather is really, really nice. So there's a secret for you.
And there you go. That's the secret of the day.
Oh, another secret. Russian oligarchs, they drink wine for breakfast.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, okay, all right. That's actually
Yeah, that's a little bit too politically charged, Darren.
No. This is actually true. We went to the port in Bodrum and we saw all of the yachts. They're amazing. And we saw one of the oligarchs' yachts. They're here for political reasons. They're here. And then we talked to some people at the hotel and they said, yep, the oligarchs come here. They spend a couple of weeks during the summer. And something that you might not know is when they do breakfast, they come upstairs and have breakfast in our restaurant, and we ask them, do you want coffee or tea? And they go, nonsense, I would like Dom Perignon. And you know, Dom Perignon is a very, very expensive wine. And I thought, wow, wine for breakfast. What a way to start the day.
All right. That's another
That's
secret.
2 secrets.
That's 2 secrets.
Well, folks, 2 for the price of 1 today. I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
If you want to live like a millionaire or a billionaire, you know how to start your day.
Dom Perignon.
Man, they have to sponsor you now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we should. This
Perignon.
podcast is sponsored by Dom Perignon.
Yep.
Drink more.
Drink more. Not always responsibly.
Okay, so if you come over to Bodrum, first 2 weeks of September, and if you want to live like a Russian oligarch, drink Dom Perignon. Or if you're not that bougie, some boxed wine for breakfast.
We are at the very end of our podcast. I'm so glad that you stayed with us until the very end, and we are off to our next destination in Turkey. I'm not even going to tell you where that is. It's going to be a surprise, but trust me, you're going to love it. So signing off now from Bodrum, Turkey, I'm Christopher Elliott. This is the Elliott Confidential Podcast. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Goodbye. Love you.
Ciao.